A very warm good afternoon to one and all present here. It's our pleasure that we have with us uh, Professor Sharma, and Sir is a well-known personality in the fields of academics. Now I request Niresha Sundaram to please present a brief profile of Professor Sharma. Niresha.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon to all. I feel an immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Ramesh Sharma, an expert of today's session. Dr. Sharma teaches instructional design at Ambedkar University, Delhi, India. Earlier, he has taught educational technology and learning resources at Wawasan Open University, Malaysia. His experience includes open and distance learning and technology mediated learning. He also served as a visiting professor at University of Fiji, as a director of Commonwealth Educational Media Center, Asia, Commonwealth of Learning. He also served as a regional director of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi, India. He also served as a director of Institute of Distance and Continuing Education as CFTC expert of Commonwealth Secretariat, United Kingdom at University of Guyana, South America. He had been a member of advisory group on human resource development for the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. While at University of Guyana, he has also collaborated with UNDP for its enhanced public trust, security and inclusion project, volunteer overseas, and United Nations volunteer to develop suitable educational opportunities for communities and youth. He is an editing Asian Journal of Distance Education since 2003 and has been associated with several other peer-reviewed journals, including Scopus Journals, as reviewer, editor, and editorial advisory board member in the field of open and distance learning. He is an author, editor of several books and research papers on educational technology, educational media, and e-learning. Dr. Sharma is a practitioner in promoting open education resources. He is a trainer and capacity builder in the field of educational technology and has supervised doctoral research in this field. He has conducted workshop and evaluation activities for IGNO and Aga Khan Foundation, among others. Current area of specialization of Dr. Sharma includes e-learning, instructional design, open educational resources, open and distance learning, teacher education, educational technology, and educational research. On behalf of IGNO Regional Center, Noida, and NAIS College Meerut, and participant, I am very proud to welcome such an eminent and distinguished expert on educational technology to deliver his views for today's session. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you so much. Should I begin or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, okay. Please. It's a pleasure that you have with us, sir, and sir is going to speak on reference management tools for research. Sir.
Okay. Can you kindly enable my screen sharing?
Sure, sir. Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead, sir.
Yes. Okay, thank you, friends. And first of all, I would like to thank Sanjeevji and my brother, Dr. Amit Chaturvedi. We have been working for a very, very long time, many, many decades ago at Indira Gandhi National Open University. And he is really a very dear brother to me. So thank you very much for inviting me for this. Actually, the research is a very, core area. And let me just show you my website also, because so that you can relate to it. This is our journal. I'm the editor of it for the past 15, 16 years. And we regularly publish high quality research into it. Our current issue is online already. And I would like to show you this interesting study. This is a joint effort of us, which is a 31 countries report. We wanted to see that how various institutions in various countries, they are for this, they were the participant countries. So you can see the magnitude of this study. It is one of a study of a unique in its nature. And we have 31 authors in this research. There are certain interesting factors we have, findings we got from it, that how the education is being managed in this time of COVID. So let me just resume my slideshow. Okay. Okay, here it is. So in this session, we will see that when you publish, when you go for research, how reference and citations, they are very, very important for you. And before we proceed further, what I would like you to do, Sanjeev ji, I have sent you a link in your WhatsApp.
Sir.
Can you just paste that into the chat box of YouTube, and let me paste it here in the Zoom chat area.
Okay, sir.
It is here in the Zoom chat, and you can paste it in the YouTube
Sure, sir,
live
sure.
streaming. And I want to just first see that what are the thoughts about citation the people may think, and let me share my screen for the results. Okay, here we are. I just want click on that link. You are using your mobile or laptop and the device which you are using. Just click on that, and then it will show you the boxes. Just when you think of citation, what do you think? What comes to your mind? Type those into the chat box. Very good. Yeah. Akshata ji, not here, not in the Zoom webinar chat. Please click on that link. Link is not available. Let me type it. Oh, okay, not this one. I will type. Otherwise, if you can scroll up in the chat, you can find. Otherwise, here it is again. You just click on this link. Wonderful. I'm not sure how many total participants are there, but otherwise, okay. I'll just wait for a few more seconds, and then we can go ahead. Great. Wow, that's fantastic. Very good. Okay, so many ideas they are coming up, like references. So I can consider them one. Cluster Resource Center, MLA, quote, automation, originality, sources, Poha. I can see Shodh Gangotri, commendation, classification, impact factor, digitization, Shodh Ganga, motivation, bibliography. Yeah, nice responses. Okay, wonderful. Now, you may be knowing that what is this on the screen right now. You see, I am using this Mentimeter utility to seek live interaction, polling or questioning as an interactive activity. And the object which you are seeing on the screen right now in front of you, this is called as word cloud, or its technical name is also known as Wordle. And you can also, it is a free application. You can go to mentimeter.com. This mentimeter.com, you can go there and you can create your own presentations also for you if you are, means if you like this presentation. So let me be back with my presentation here. So you have seen the results. Now, I will share this link. This is a help guide which I prepared, because nowadays social media is very much in dominance. Means I think it is we are using social media more as compared to the conventional communication channels. For example, email, because we find it very easy, you know, to broadcast the message. You just use WhatsApp, send the message, it goes to everyone. You type it in your Facebook, it goes to everyone. Nowadays, many people, they are using Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or through their LinkedIn, etc., etc. And in that case, there are of course the other kind of discussion also goes on, but academic discussion also goes on, and some those scholars who sometimes say useful thing, you may like to quote that in your research. So this the link, you can take a photo also if you want to you know, save this presentation. You can go to this resource and download this my self-help guide, which can tell you that if there is a social media thing, how you can cite and refer it in your research work. Now, the citation, it depends on the type of content, means what you are using it, what you are referring to for your, for example, if it is a book, for book, mostly we take the who is the author of that book, what is the title of that book, who is the publisher of that book, from where it has been published, because some publishers, they are multinationals. For say for like Routledge is there, or Springer is there. They have their, you know, publication houses in many countries. So the place of publication, for example, like India dot something, you might like to say, or if you have a branch in New York, Paris, etc., the date of publication and the page numbers also sometimes we go with that. Similarly, if you are using a journal entry, then we need the name of the author or authors. If there are many, like in our study, we had 31 authors into it. So those, then the title of the article which you did, the journal where it was published, the date of the publication, the page numbers, the issue number, the volume number, etc. These are the essential things. How to write them is a different style. We will come to that to see that how these are done. Then sometimes you may like to quote the newspaper report. In that case, again, there may be some author, or sometimes if it is not the author, that newspaper agency's name, like Times News Network or something, that, but somebody is there, means somebody is publishing that. So we need to that. The name of that news, the name of the paper, where it is, if it is some special, like if it is sports section or economic section or entertainment section or the editorial section, where is that, and the page on it. The website is the most commonly used media after the books and the journals. You go to website because we use Google, and when you use a search engine like Google, then you need to know that if it is something online resource on a website, how we can use it. So in that case, you need to know that which is the platform. Means like if it is a online journal or an institutional page or a blog page, personal page of someone. So who is the creator of that, means the author of that, what is the name of that piece of content, who is publishing that, means it is better to have the URL of that link, so that nowadays in means journals we use DOI, or when the site was accessed, although in APA 7th style, which is the latest guidelines from American Psychological Association. They say that the retrieval date is not compulsory, but it is better to give the URL, so that if anybody who wants to see, they can go to that resource and can check it. Then you can cite a interview also, the interview you conducted of someone, and how, on which date, on which platform it was played there. There may be some play which you want to, so for example, this is the play how that Pushkin played on this much time, and that is the reference, the scene, etc. VK. So that can also be referred to, in case it depends, because let's say like the subjects where drama, debates, the fine arts kind of subjects are there. There you need to refer to these kind of things. Similarly, like if you want to cite a poem. So for example, this is for I must love because I live, and life in me is what there. So you need to note that the Brennan and these lines, you are quoting it from that poet for your work, like that. So these are some of the information essentials for you. Basically, they are there. We need to have some sort of a unique identifier to identify the work which is being referred to, which we are using it. And there are various ways for that, like ISBN. And you may be knowing that when we publish a book, then we get the international subscribers book number. So that is ISBN goes. Then for journal entries, all the journals, the publications there, they have ISSN number. So you need that. Then nowadays we have DOI. Actually, DOI is much better than the web URL, because sometimes if you change your website, if the journal page is located from one host now, and later on if it is relocated to some other host, the URL may change. But this document object identifier, the DOI, it is the permanent link for that. So it will remain stationary, and there are various agencies which issue DOI. So for the journal entry nowadays, the good journals, they go for DOI for their article, and you just quote that, and it will be a permanent locator for your thing. And then we use PMID also. Any idea what is PMID? You can type in the chat box. Means what is DPMID? If you can find it from there. Let me see if someone is typing in the chat box. Okay, the answer is coming as no, no problem. Here we can show it that it is the PubMed identifier, particularly basically for biological biosciences or biomedical research articles. They may give them a certain sort of a medical identification number to be identified with them, because that research is little unique in this sense. Then there are various systems of citation. How do we use them? Say, for example, one very prominent is known as the Vancouver system, in which there is a sequential number in the text within the brackets or the superscript or something like that. And then the main reference goes to the either the footnote or the end note at the end, and like one within the brackets, and you go with there, or the parenthetical referencing, which is again very well also known as the Harvard, in which you put it like Sharma, then within 2020 bracket closed, and then the title of your paper, and then the journal name, and like that. So these things we call them as parenthetical referencing. And let us see an example. Say, for example, for the Vancouver style, So if it is there that there is a sentence, the 5 stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. These are the stages. First, we are in the denial mode. Like we kept on saying that, oh no, what is corona? Means, oh, it won't affect us because our genes are more stronger than the Chinese genes or some other genes like that. That was the stage of denial. And then after that, the stage of anger comes. And then we bargain, then depression, and finally acceptance stage. So if it is there, then you superscript it one, and at the end, in the either as footnote or at the end note, you give the full reference of there. But if the same thing is there, is to be quoted in the uh, parenthetical system, then you cite it as way that the name of the author, the year, and particularly if it is a quote, then it is better to give the page number from there, that from where it has been references. So, but along with it, there are certain terminologies which you regularly use, like references, bibliography, work cited, or work consulted. Now, you may be knowing what is the difference between a reference and a bibliography. Just very quickly, if you can type it in the chat box, what is the difference between a bibliography and a reference? I'll just wait for, say, around 30 seconds. You can type it into the chat box of your Zoom session or on the YouTube. The question is the difference between a reference and bibliography. Okay. Very well. Let me see. Yes, perfect. Reference is what we are quoting of others. Devyani saying, Dr. Jogender Pal saying reference which is mentioned in our article. Dr. Uma Devi, reference is some content which we use in our research. And any idea from any bibliography? Yeah, Garima ji, you are right. Good, nice answers. And bibliography is a list of resources which may not be quoted in your research, but they may be useful. So bibliography is just a big database of things you compile. You may refer to them. If you refer to them, then you cite them in your work and then give its reference at the end. That is compulsory. Sometimes people do what they do, that during the research, either they cite it in the text and they forget to put it into the reference, or I have seen some of the cases also in which the reference list is there, but anything is missing into the text. So that's a wrong practice. And in that case, I treat it as a bibliography. And particularly for research, bibliography is not needed because we don't need that. It is a research which you are doing, and whatever you have cited in your research needs to be given as references only. But bibliography has its significance in the way that it makes a big database for you to refer to the work which has been done by others, and then the works cited means which you have cited in there, and consulted means you just refer to it to get an idea from there for your research to go with that. There are many styles for reference management, like APA style, which is American Psychological Association, or MLA style, Chicago Manual style, Blue Book style, ALWD, ASA, Harvard referencing, Vancouver system, etc. These are quite things. Let's say that where we use them. Say, for example, the most dominant uh, styles of referencing in humanities are Chicago style, and particularly like the historians or the economic professionals or the researchers, they use it. Then for citing internet resources, we use Columbia style, and the author date system, which is the traditional kind of system, which is by MLA style, is the Harvard referencing, or Modern Language Association. Their style is being used mostly in arts and humanities, in which the year of publication goes at the end, Wherever in APA style, the year of publication comes in the beginning along with the author name. So these are some of the way the information is organized. And then we have MHRA, Modern Humanities Research Association, which is mostly followed in United Kingdom there. For legal or law courses, mostly they follow the Blue Book framework, which is basically the American academic legal writing framework. But there are other variations also. For example, there is one this Canadian variation, and like McGill Guide, published by McGill Law Journal, or the Oxford Standard for Citation, which is basically the British legal citation framework into that. Then in sciences or mathematics or engineering or medicine kind of these things, there are various styles, particularly those of you who are from engineering side or computer science or those related fields, you may be knowing that IEEE style is the most popular famous style of referencing, in which you put 1, 2, 3, 4 within square parentheses within the text, and all those 1, 2, 3 they go at the end, and in that sequential order you give the reference of that there. Then you have American Chemical Society, American Institute of Physics, and Mathematical Society, which they have suggested that in this style AMS or AIP we can quote our style. So with this, a brief idea about the reference management systems, let us see that how we can use a particular citation. There are various things which we use regularly. These are known as citation management software, or sometimes as a company reference software, and personal bibliographic management software, where we use it to combine and these things. So there are the most popular among them, and there are many, but these are widely used, like Jotaro, Mendeley, and reference works for that. But to use these things, first you need to know that how to search a database. Like Scopus is a very big database, and nowadays you may be knowing that particularly in India, for your API, you need to get published into care list of UGC, and almost all the journals which are Scopus indexed, they automatically go to care list. So, and the Scopus is a big database. That care is the list, but it is the database. And if you want to do some research, you want to find some articles, you know that how, or the academic search complete, which is again a certain sort of a database, how to use them. To use them, you need to have certain skills with you. That what is meant by RMT, a particular reference management tools. How to organize them, how to search them, how to find them. Once, whatever normally we do, if you have to search something, say for example, nowadays everybody is talking about COVID, post-COVID, pre thing and education in that. So you want to do a research on coronavirus. So what we do, we go to Google, we type corona, and then so many lists comes up. So you have found many things, but how do you organize them? How do you manage them? How do you filter that this is useful to you, this is not useful to you? Here at this time, these RMT tools, they are needed. But then why a citation is needed? Means either when you do research, your MPhil or PhD or any dissertation work, your supervisor wants you that the reference is needed, or in any assignment there you are needed to do that. But then there are so many those things, means the people sometimes they can get confused. We say bibliography, a reference, insight textation, work consulted, work cited, and something like that. And then you need to know that what is the correct citation format. I have seen some papers in which an author uses 2-3 formats in one article. Normally it should be uniform, whatever you select. But it is sometimes it is the policy of that particular journal also, that we follow APA style. Then there are certain journals which follow MLA style or any other style. So you need to follow that, because otherwise your research may get cancelled. They will say, okay, thank you very much for your interest, but we are sorry, we won't be able to publish your work in that. Why? because you didn't follow the guidelines. And that's why we need to know that what is the correct way to do these things. Here, for all these things comes your savior, means how to do these things. And these are done with the help of certain reference management tools. I told you there are these three examples: Mendeley, Jotaro, or RefWorks, which are most popular. But otherwise, there are so many things available even on web. Let's see this Mendeley, which is quite popular, and you can create your account. It is free database where you can organize your things using it. You need to go to Mendeley website and create your sign up, create your account on that, and it is easy. It will ask you to type your name and you provide some information. After that, it will be created. You just need to log in into it. Once you log into your account, it will show you your page. In this page, it will show you means you can download it on your desktop, and then whenever you are there, and you can see that it is this platform is available for all kind of devices, whether it is your mobile phone or a tablet kind, or your laptop or desktop or whatever. And here in this way, you can see all the posts, because it will ask you that what do you want to search for. If you tell the computer, if you tell Mendeley, then it will keep sending you. Whenever it will find any good research, it will send a message to you here, so that you can check that whether it is useful to you. And if it is useful to you, you can save it in your data set, and you can make a group also. Now, how to do it? First of all, you click on the add button when you are in your login. Then it is always good idea to create various folders for different kind of research. For example, if you are doing research on online education, you can have it. If you are doing some research on video related things, or on psychometric testings, or student reaction, or technology use, whatever your topic is, it is better to create different folders and store them into things. Say for example, when I create folder, I created a folder called as quantum computing, and then within this folder further, you can add one more folder, you can rename it, or if you think that it was wrong, you can delete that folder. That is also possible. Once you are there, then now you need to do the uploading of your document into it. So you click on that add button, and then it will ask you to find your publications, means your publications which you need to upload. And see, it is quite powerful in the sense that if you have certain PDF files with you, online also you can do it, but so you simply need to tell it and upload it. So you go to your my publications there, like that. From here, either if you have uploaded in prior, you put everything there in your library. You can see the folder here, and then it will show you your publications in your library, whatever you have stored. And if there are further folders into it, it will search from there. And then if you have this desktop application, then everything, whatever is in your C drive, D drive, E drive, from there also it can manage, and it can provide you help by using it from there. See now, for example, this is my paper, which is in my folders, an article, which is in the PDF format, and the authors are there. It identifies itself. Once you upload it, then from the metadata, the metadata set of the document attached to it, it identifies certain information from there. And then what you need to do, that first you select that particular document. If there are more than one document, then you need to tell whether you want to select a particular one or all of them. So the first step is that you tick mark it here, you select this document. After that, you can click on, and as soon as you tick mark it, it will show you its details here. And these are auto reflected. I have not typed them. You just add your journal, then it will identify the author. It's the journal ISSN number, the URL, because that is there in there, and it identifies the type of file there, and you need to click on export to MS Word, because you will be typing your thesis or your work in using in MS Word from there. So when you click on export to MS Word, it will auto generate an XML file. Now XML file is something like similar to HTML file. HTML, XML, these are the programming languages used to make a web page. So here to process anything, most of the journals also, those of you who are journal editors or you manage your journal, you may be knowing that for big databases, they ask you to send your published papers, journal sites into XML format for them. So what happens that they will simply put it into there, and the software will process and add those entries automatically into their database. So this is created, and then you just need to save it somewhere on your computer in there. After that, when you save that, then what you need to do, you need to open your MS Word, the normal view day, and from the menu, you will see that there is a menu named as references. You click on that, and in there you will find manage resources. You need to click on that, and you will see these here, manage resources. These are various options like insert endnote, next footnote, or insert citation or bibliography, and it is asking you what style API. If you click on this drop down menu, it will show you various things. So when you click it, we have to browse the folder and select, and then the reference, it goes into there. Then it will open this box, source manager. When you click on it, and by default it will show you because you have searched by clicking on the browser, and go to that folder in which you saved that XML file. Means through your disk, whether it is D drive, E drive, F drive, or wherever you saved that XML report, this file, you click on browser, and once you reach there, then it will automatically show it there. You need to select it. Once you select it, then it will add it to the current list, and like that, cited source. And here is the preview, which it will show you, because if you selected the API style, it will organize it, the bibliographic, and it shows you. This is the beauty of this software, that if you just uploaded your PDF file, and here it is showing you how to cite it. Cite means inside the text, the citation one, and the bibliographic entry, which will go as reference at the end of the paper for both these things. So that way it will go there. And then once you go with that, then the export feature, if it is there, it will show you, and automatically it will add it, the reference. It will automatically come, and it will be hyperlinked. If you click on this reference, it will immediately take you to the inside text there, wherever it is available. And here it is so know that you need to have the updated version of MS Word. The export feature means Windows, the Word 2020 onwards. The latest version is the last year, which came 2019, or Office 365 products. If you are using them, they are the latest versions which you can use them, and they are quite useful for them. In addition to this, you can configure your Google Scholar also, which is, Google Scholar is free, but you need your institutional ID to configure your Google Scholar. And Google Scholar is also very powerful, because many of the research scholars, they want to show their H index and I index, to show them that how many, means the research which somebody does and how many people cite their research. The larger the number of the citations, the more valuable that research is considered. You can simply think that, why do we do the research? वो सिंपली नंबर बढ़ाने के लिए कर रहे हैं, या रेगुलरली एक्चुअल में रिसर्च करने के लिए कर रहे हैं? And if we did the research and nobody, means even the people read it, but they didn't find anything important into it, nobody will cite it. But if everybody is citing your work, it means that you did such a wonderful work that everybody is telling that, oh, Dr. Amit Chaturvedi work is the best one, or Sanjeev 2020 that Sanjeev did this wonderful work and everybody is quoting you. So that raises your H index and high index. But for that, you need to increase the visibility of your research work. And that's why nowadays the open access is proving to be much helpful because the access becomes easy in going there. Let us see how we can use it. It is very simple. You need to log into your institutional ID into it and then type Google Scholar into the Google search bar. Then it will take you scholar.google.com. And from there, these three hamburger icon, the lines, you can click on there. It will show you your my profile, or it will take you to the my library if you have already configured your style there. And then you need to click on settings because you need to tell the software that what you will be using it, how you will be doing that. You need to click on the settings button when there it comes. And then from the settings menu, it will ask you that how many results you want to see on the one page. By default, it is 10 results, the 10 research which goes. But you need to select whether you want EndNote. You can download this application, or RefMan, or RefWorks, or BibText. Normally, by default most is BibText, and it is very easy also. It's basically a text file which is created and uploaded there. So you can select the BibText format into it there, and after that, what you do, go back to your Google Scholar and type your keyword into it. Say, for example, if I type blockchain, it will show me those results. And when I press enter, it will return these results. Now, when you see those results in Google Scholar, you will see the format. It will, on the top, it will show you the name of that article and the format of that article, means the type of that article, whether it is a web link, the HTML page, or it is a PDF, or if it is PPT, or if it is a Google book or something, whatever. Then below that, you will find the author name, the year, and the resource from where it is picking it up from there. Then there will be some information about it, a sort of a summary or the abstract which you have fed in your article, the information available about it. And below that is the real thing. You will see how many times it has been cited by others. You can see from the screen here, the fourth one, the book on blockchain, it has, by the time I accessed this, it was already cited by 2,171 people. You can see that this book must be quite popular among the people. That 2,000 people have already cited this book by Mr. Swan, like that. So, and at the end, you will see that button that import into BibText. So it is offering you that resource already made because you selected it, and then you need to click on import into BibText. Simply click on that, and after that, here it will ask you, once you clicked on that in this citation here, these are the double quotes icon. From here you can select what kind of style you want it to be cited as. You can select either the Vancouver or the Harvard or the Chicago or APA or MLA, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then once you select it, then it will create this file. Means it will show you on the screen. Open it, and this may look like some type of code, some kind of program. It is a simple program with for .bxp. So what you do, you copy it, open your notepad and paste it and save that the name, say like blockchain.bib for bibliography, because it will go as bibliography. So the dot, like .pdf, .ppt, .doc, you have to save here it as .bib. Simply copy paste, and then these are the things. First, when you save it, these are the things you need to do. So the title and the import into it, you will be going from there. After that, what you need to do, means that was done through Google. And after that, come back to your Mendeley click on that add button, and it will open the page, and you select your that file .bob which you selected from there, created there. You go to, it will ask you want to add what. So you can tell it that I want to add some bibliography file from here. Then once you click on it, it will open your file explorer, in which you go to that particular folder in which that file which you saved is lying. You just select it and open it. Once you open it, automatically it will be added to your library like this. So all the references, they will be added to the library automatically in that. And after that, again, the work is same. Simply, whatever you want, you select them. Once you select them, you export them to MS Word, as we did with this article of Asian Journal Reforming the Open University. Similarly, you need to click to, by selecting the first two, click on export to MS Word. And then again, it will create that XML file, this one, automatically. You can save this file in your location. And then again, you can repeat the process for however, means the references which you need to do, and in that way you can do it. So this is the method how to manage reference management tools, and the process is basically same. Whatever they use, you need to know that from where you can generate a file and how to integrate it into your, and its desktop applications are also available, mobile applications are also available, so you can use them. Okay, so thank you very much. I think I have taken more time which was given to me. I'm sorry for that. Dr. Sahab, namaste.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation for giving a lecture on the 70s research methodology, workshop on the research methodology. It is really a wonderful session for you. As far as the research, reference management system is concerned, it must be it must have a knowledge about these reference management system and bibliography for the each and every research scholar as far as the research is concerned.
I agree.
Really, जो आपने बताया कि नंबर बढ़ाने के लिए रिसर्च नहीं करना है, we have
Yes.
to be
Yes.
and thank
Yes.
you very much, sir. Wonderful session.
I will take one question, because it looks like our brother is present there, UC Pandey. And he is saying that why so many different types of referencing systems? Why one single standard system has not been implemented?
Yeah.
My answer can be in the form of, can I bounce back this question to you, Umesh ji, asking you that why we have so many cars with us? Why only Maruti could not serve whole of the world? Means why do you have Audi and then Honda and this and that? The difference is that, and basically if you see that, if you go that, why we speak so many languages, why not only one language in the world? वो आपको ट्रांसलेशन की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती. अभी आपको चाइना जाना पड़े तो चाइनीज बोलनी पड़ेगी, चाइनीज आपको आती नहीं तो क्या करोगे? खाना भूख लगी है, कब पूछोगे किसी से रेस्टोरेंट कहाँ है, हिंदी में बोलोगे, इंग्लिश में बोलोगे, वो सुनेगा ही नहीं. वो जैसे साउथ में कई बार आप जाओ, एक बार मेरे साथ हुआ था ऐसे, तमिलनाडु में मैं गया, आप उससे हिंदी में बोलो तो इमीडिएटली मुंह पलट के चला जाएगा, वो कहेगा तमिल बोलो. So the question is that these are the variations, because there are so many referencing styles, because we have the different knowledge, disciplines knowledge, and we cannot bring them at par with each other due to their nature. The scientific subjects, they have different nature. The philosophical subject, they have different nature. To serve them, there is many different, and then it becomes the industry standard also. You may be knowing that we had that, what was that, Blu-ray disc. First you had CD-ROMs, then came DVD-ROMs, and then came Blu-ray DVD. जो बोला था कि ये तो सबका मदर है, आप एक ही DVD, Blue DVD के अंदर 12-13 मूवीज स्टोर कर सकते हो. बट इट फेल्ड. फेल क्यों हुआ? क्योंकि हर कंपनी अपना अपना स्टैंडर्ड बना रही थी, और यूजर जो है वो कंफ्यूज हो गया. यूजर ने बोला, भाई साहब नमस्ते, we don't want this confusion. So that way, this is the reason that there are so many referencing style, but it is easy way. You just stick to any one referencing style and go with it. All these styles are okay. It just depends on the institution, which style they would like to go. Okay, Dr. Saab, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. I was loving it, and I request you that any day I'll request all my research scholars from our university to gather one day full session of yours, so that the research scholars could be benefited from your vast knowledge on referencing, sir. So any one day I'll request you to highlight all referencing tools. I know the time was not sufficient enough for referencing. I'm really sorry for that, but still I'll say that we'll get some more chance and some more expertise from you in near future, sir. I really wanted Niresha to put thanks for that, and I wanted some expert comments from our other panelists, Saklani sir, Anjana madam, but the time is not permitting us, sir, because we have to start up with a new session at 2 o'clock. I'm really thankful to you, sir. Thank you. Thank you from the deep core of my heart, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.